Hi Collective, welcome to my channel, Cosmic Divine Seeker. Hi everyone. So it's going to be another Lionsgate reading that I'm doing for all of you. So very powerful, intense energies. I'm cleansing the space right now and getting prepared for this reading. I pulled the deck that I have got for Lionsgate, the Astro Codes. And got some very powerful cards, of course. The first one that came out was the Sun card. Big surprise, right? And solar flares came back out. Okay, so very strong energies, and Mercury came out as well. As I was talking about the influence of Mercury and the solar flares in another reading that I did just a couple days ago. And South Node came out too, which I noticed was 33. You could be seeing a lot of repeating 1s, 3s, 7s, 8s, and look at that. I realized solar flare is actually an 8. 7 and 1 in numerology is an 8, and the Sun card is a 9. So that cycle's definitely closing out and completing. So I'm going to be talking about those. We have another 3 here as well, Gemini, and under that the 6th house, 44. There's just a lot of repeating numbers. There's a lot of cycles closing out. I've got a couple houses that came out. The 8th, the 7th, the 6th, and the 5th. Wow, I just realized all of these houses are in order, actually. Right? So these are the areas, the houses that are going to be affected. I mean, they could affect you in many areas, but you know what's interesting is I was getting into reading, it was like someone needs to close out like their 6th house to enter their 7th house of new relationships and situations. I just got interesting. This energy is coming in very fast as I'm trying to cleanse the space and light my sage. There's been a lot of chaotic energy that's been going on, so I'm trying to clear this out so we can get fresh energy here. But it was like I was trying to get some peace and quiet a little bit so I could get into doing the reading. So I had already pulled a couple cards in. Anyway, so that's why I felt to share those. It's really important to try to clear your energy today. Find some time to quiet down if you can. I wanted to play some of the 8-8 frequency for you guys. So I'm going to play some of that real quick where you can think about, you know, abundance, prosperity, things like that. I've been listening to that and meditating on it. I shared the frequency and another guided meditation in my Facebook, so you could take a look at those if you feel guided to it. I've got my link down below, and I shared a cute picture of my daughter showing me some lion poses on there. I thought was neat. I'm not going to go over the houses. You could look up the houses if you want. The book just explains what's in the houses. I'm going to turn it down now. I have a little bit of the background. So the Sun card, the source energy, it's a very strong energy that we're feeling, right? Strong Leo energy, and that's the combination that we're feeling, is this energy of Leo, of the Sun, as it's aligning with our star system Sirius, and it's creating a vortex today of infinite abundance, aligning us with our spiritual sun. You really need to pull you into that, right? And focusing a lot on you, your center, your heart's desires, what you're aligning with. There's a challenge to this card. Narcissism is the shadow of the sun's energy, the false belief that I am the center of the universe and you are not. Learn to earn attention and respect rather than demand or expect it. The gift is the sunlit moment is an opportunity to let your ego step out of the way. Let the sunlights flow through you and let spirit do the work. Shine wholeheartedly and share the warmth with friends, family, and community and the world. Make it an offering. Live the truth. I am the center of the universe, and so you are. So it's more living it instead of being a projection of that. Your ego is when you start to think how others see you. You see how you start to put it as an outside perception. What will others think of me? Well, how will others see me? It's just like when you're looking in the mirror to present yourself for the day. Are you looking in the mirror like, I look cute, people are going to see me as being cute? Or are you looking in the mirror at yourself saying, I look cute, I like the way I look, I am what matters? So for some of you, it's changing that simple perception, letting the ego go. And that, when you really do, it may sound little, like a little quick change that you can do, but it ripples out so powerfully. Once you realize to live life for you and not what others think, it can really be very, very impactful. Sometimes it's a quick little switch that sets forth a very, very strong momentum. I'm getting the snowball rolling down the hill that gets larger and larger and larger. Like, here's an example. Me being a Cancer, I'm very much like a people pleaser. I try to make everybody happy, right? And so a lot of times I'll be asked to do something and I will always say, yeah, sure, would love to, even if I wouldn't, right? Until I started to realize I was giving away so much of my power that I needed to start to say no. So one time, I think I remember the moment even, it was a school function. It was one of these where I always said, yeah, sure, I can make that, I can build that, I can do this, because I have 4 children, being a single mom, and always, wanting to help out and stuff. But one time I was just really tired and I had a lot to do and was very stressed out. I was like, you know what, no, I'm not, nope. They asked me to help, I'm going to say no. So that day, I remember I had anxiety and they had asked me and I'd said no. They just looked at me and it was like, I normally, if I would say no, I would always give an explanation of why I couldn't. And normally I would say no, I'm sorry, I'm tired. And I'm always one where I say, I'm sorry, I'm a lot. And I was just, no, I'm just going to say it as no and walk away, and that's it. And I did, and I felt so much more empowered for doing that, and it made me take back control. Wow, that helicopter just came through. I could feel it shaking my room. Wow. That's kind of like the vibration that I felt. It was like when I said no, I really took back my power, and I liked how that felt. And I think that night, even when my kids were like, can we stay up? Can we do? And then normally I would be sure 5 more minutes. I was like, no. And again, I felt that empowered, take back my energy, charge and control, and little things like that. Then when I started to realize that I could stand up for myself and I could say no to people pleasing, then I realized that it was easier for me to say, I need 5 minutes to myself right now. Things like that. Then I started setting boundaries for myself. Then I started to really evaluate how much of my energy other people get. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't always do things you don't want to, but you need to know that it's a flow of energy and give and take. And when you do give your time and energy, it's the most precious thing you can give. It's something you can't get back. But it's one of those, I was using it as an example. Maybe for some of you, you do need to set boundaries. And this is really what this is about, living life for you. But I was talking about the perception, right? Not what are people going to think. In the past, maybe that's why I was always a people pleaser. I want people to see me as being a good mom. I want people to see me as always being dedicated and there and available or whatever. I don't know, but I just was like, you know what? I think it was around time I was feeling too scattered, and I think I knew that people were taking advantage of me. But do you see what I mean? How just that simple time, that I remember that day, I remember that moment, I remember that time. It led me to a whole series of starting to reclaim my power and my energy. Maybe this reading alone could get you inspired, and maybe today you're going to do something different. You're going to reclaim your power. You're going to go pursue something. Now, with the help of this Leo energy and Leo season, it's really going to get you empowered to be center stage. But you need to really just try to not live life for other people. Stop worrying about what people think, right? So that's the most empowered message that you might have been guided to this reading, this one, just for that. I don't know. But we're going to continue on with this reading. So South Node here, everybody has a South Node. It's the previous life you lived. So, you know, it's when you use your South Node energy, you're using what's familiar, what's comfortable to you. And it's okay to have comfortable energy. It's often what you go to, what you're familiar with, what you know. But we're being guided at this time to go towards our North Node. Your North Node is your new life path, what you came here for. You really did come here with the blueprint to your life. You did. Your soul, your higher self, is really disguised as your inner child. Why? Because what you desired when you were a young child, what you wanted, your dreams, your desires, what excited you, that was you. That was in alignment with your divine life path. That's you accessing your blueprint to your life. You came here knowing that. But life has conditioned you, society, you've been indoctrinated and all of that stuff, and to believe that you're not meant to be a dreamer, a believer, you know, a manifester. But you truly are. This world really is very magical, and that's why I love Lionsgate so much, because we're aligning with our spiritual sun. And a lot of times you get called and you feel that passion to pursue your dreams and desires, and little do you know that you really are listening to your inner child, your higher self. You really are starting to get that power to. These are so many the time of the year where people are like, you know what, I'm gonna go do this. I am. And you see a lot of people that start to pursue and start up new careers and take those trips or those whatever it is that excites you, because that's what it is. You're supposed to be living this life as a child, right? And because you really are, you do what makes you happy and excited. It's our egos that make us feel as though, wow, you're too old to do that. Who says you're too old to sing? If you desire to sing, if you want to run around in the rain, if you want to, I mean, whatever it may be. So, you know, this is a day of infinite abundance. I mean, I could go on and on with the examples of everything, but I just want to tell you that, you know, this energy that we're feeling at this time of Leo season, we really feel it the entire Leo season. Sirius starts to rise at the end of July, and our star system aligning. See, today on 8/8, it's aligning with Orion's belt and the pyramids of Giza. So it's creating a vortex of energy of infinitely connecting you with our spiritual sun. So you're getting direct divine guidance. I tell everybody to take today as the universe, source, taking snapshots and pictures of your thoughts today, of what you want to create and desire. Now, really, it's doing this all of Lionsgate, but, you know, it's peaking today. And you're getting a lot of downloads and a lot of realizations and a lot of those aha moments. So the South Node, a lot of you are realizing that you're playing out karmic situations. A lot of you have aligned with relationships, jobs, situations that are called karmic because they're things that you align with to learn something from. A lot of you could have aligned with them because they were familiar. Maybe you had some sort of a lesson, or you wanted to redo, or you wanted to redo this a different way. A lot of our karmic relationships and soulmates, our karmic ones, are people from past lives. So there's a lot of past life relationships. Those are often the ones that you have this draw, this connection with, and you don't know why. They feel familiar. These people finish your sentences. They know you very well. They can handle you, deal with you. A lot of these relationships come off as our twins, in fact, because they know us so well. But you know, we both came here to teach each other lessons, right? But it's about closing those cycles out now. And it's about aligning with new vibrations, new things, being a dreamer. So it's time to activate these new timelines, these new beginnings, to really go for a shift at this time. Next, let's look at the solar flares. The sun is sending extra voltage and inspiration your way, so use it wisely. Feel the heat in the situation, the passion in the people involved, the balance, that fire by adding water's compassionate, the thoughtfulness of air, and the logistics of earth to turn your inspiration into reality. This is a time where you start to think about what it is you truly want. Now, is it going to manifest for you I'm hearing instantaneously. Maybe for some of you, if you completely are in this energy of meditation and you're clear of toxicities and you've just been eating fresh fruits and vegetables and there's no toxicity around you, then yeah, probably. But for others of you, it takes a little bit of time to integrate, and that's just fine. You know, because we are co-creators of our world. So the things that you think about are very much going to materialize. They are. So I guess what I'm saying is just remember to be the believers, the dreamers, right? So I'm feeling this very beautiful energy. Okay, so I just felt to pull those few. I'm not even sure what all I wanted to get into, but let's get a few more from the Star Codes Astro. Then we'll get into some tarot. Definitely feel free to watch whatever readings you feel guided to. I've got multiple readings that I've been doing off this Lionsgate energy. They're all timeless too, know that, as I'm a spiritual teacher, healer. Look, there's the Mercury energy I was telling you, right? And we have Saturn. Saturn rules karma. Like I said, a lot of karmic situations are done now or closing out. So you just simply have to let go. Release them. Know the things that aren't for you, that don't feel right, are going to fall apart and dissipate as you're going to align. It's interesting. I'm watching something. Wow. It's a bird. And it's just ascending in the same spot, straight down. Wow. Because it's really windy here today. They're giving me that, you know, if you've been fighting to go a certain way and you're not elevating, you're not coming out of a situation. You've put in all of your fight towards something because you were going the wrong way. Maybe you need to change your frequency and try again. What's interesting is now this bird's going the other way. It stopped fighting it. And now it's elevating. Look at that. And it went right back up and around, and now it's going the same way it was trying to go. There's something about that. Wow. A different approach is needed here. So maybe you were pursuing something at the wrong time. Now it's hard to see my camera because I'm staring out the window. Huh. Libra, balance. You need to know that all of the work that you put in towards something, it's always paid back out. It's not always right away. Solar calm, clarify. And the 4th house, home. Let's get 3 more. Partnerships. Pluto, rebirth. Ooh, there's something to do with Pluto, too. Changing signs, maybe? I heard a reader talking about the significance of Pluto moving in this reading over the last couple days. There's something with Pluto. And Saturn again. And strength came back out. Dignify. I'm getting a karmic lesson is done here. That might have been why things were so heavy. Structure. So your structure could definitely be changing. Pluto's the ruler of the underworld. So that would be in alignment with Lessons. They're showing me Aquarius again. I seen it on the bottom when I was shuffling and I didn't call it out. Look at that angel number, master number 11. Collaboration. Strong energy too, as this has been coming out. And we had a very powerful full moon in Aquarius that we're still very much feeling. Mercury's on the bottom now. So strong influence of these planets at this time. I do believe they're in retrograde. Well, Mercury not yet, but we're in the post shadows or something of it. We're starting to feel it. That's why I've been mixing up, I think I did at the beginning, mixing up my communication. I was talking about communication. I've been getting a lot of delays in my phone, a lot of communication problems. So be very careful about how you communicate with, because I looked right down at partnerships. Maybe for some of you, you've been having trouble communicating. There's a big emphasis on partnerships here because I see the 4th house again. So we've got 7, 7, 7 here, 27, which is really a 9, but I picked up on the 7, and seeing 16, which is a 7, and another 7. I told you could be seeing these repeating numbers. SolarCom talks about it is not the time to push ahead or spark change. If you try to motivate practical change in your life or try a totally new approach, it can feel like trying to light a match in the fog. Be patient, and the fog will clear in time. Like the bird that I was seeing. It was interesting as it was trying to go and it wasn't moving, so it descended and it still wasn't moving. And then I seen it go the other way, and then it tried to elevate and try again, and then ended up going back the other way again. Pay attention to the signs around you. That's what's so beautiful. I see birds across there all the time and by the water. There's always birds, but it's not time to push ahead. It's like trying to light a match in the fog. Be patient, and the fog will clear in time. It says the gift here is turn down the noise of the outer world and listen with clarity to the knowing within. Let go of the details of the story and feel the calm to spirit, the connection into the interconnectedness of all existence. In this quiet clarify, you can see far away to the distant stars and come to understand the overarching patterns. You might really start to see why things were so difficult and challenging and not working out for you. Let's look at balance at Libra. I wanted to say liberty. Sometimes conflict needs to erupt before a healthy equilibrium can be reestablished. Repression is not peace. Beauty can be misleading. Aesthetics alone can be shallow and incomplete unless loveliness expresses a deeper beauty, a compassionate heart. The Navajo refer to the beauty way as the path of life lived in balance, living in the right relations with one another, with the cycles of nature, with the ecosystem all around, and with spirit. Let the beauty way call you. Interesting. All right, so that's what I got from a little bit of the Star Codes Astro. If you guys do like this, I will be working with this deck more of August. And if you like the readings, I label those ones just as they are. When I read right from the Oracle, because not everybody likes those, I don't think I'm going to have much of a title. Or maybe the title will just be probably the main 3 cards that I pull, right? So for those of you that know that, because I'm trying to do some things some different ways here. All right, so let's get some tarot cards. Because in those readings, I won't pull the tarot cards. Well, maybe I will, because for sometimes I feel guided to clarify them, right? Sometimes I just feel they give the beautiful interpretations of the oracles. I don't feel they get enough justice. I really don't. A lot of it's beautiful. I need to make it more fun, because it's like I first started out on my other channel with all the oracles, and my hair is bothering me. I feel like I gotta take my hair down. And but then it was boring, because who wants to hear just reading from a book, right? So I felt like I wanted to make it more fun, and but it was too boring. Then I wanted to incorporate the tarot more. So there's Look, there's an emperor right here. So I'm trying different things. But anyway, what I'm getting at is you don't see a lot of readers give the beautiful interpretations that go along with these oracles, and some of them are just so beautiful. So I want a funner way to, like, get that out there. I don't know. Let's get into it, right? The star. Wish fulfillment. I told you. The whole time I'm playing this frequency of abundance. Nine of Pentacles. Ah, look, the Ten of Pentacles. Forgot I flipped my camera. I feel that this is an unexpected, like, you've done the work. She's on the ladder, struggling to climb up. It's going to be unexpectedly when it takes off. I got a vision of my daughter, like she was on this, climbing this very scary, like she made me do it. It was very high up, and it was like she was always climbing on the first couple bars, and all of a sudden she just started taking off up the rest, like really, really fast. You know, it took her like a week just to get up the first few. So I thought, well, we've got a couple more weeks before she takes up. She's fine. I literally had to go running. She just started climbing up the rest of them. You know, just so fast. Like, that's what I feel like is going to happen. Something like this has been slow progress to start, but then it's going to get accelerated because it's like you're going to get a push from the universe or something. Six of Swords. Something was blocking you because it came up in reverse. Something was blocking you. You weren't ready yet. That's what I just heard. You weren't ready yet. See how he's helping her. He's staying within arm reach, kind of like I was feeling with my daughter. Like, my daughter clearly wasn't ready to take off up the ladder or whatever it was by herself. Like, I had to be right there. So maybe something was holding on to you. Maybe somebody needs to help you because, you know, I think she's struggling too because that ladder's swinging. Maybe you needed to be stabilized. You need someone to help you stabilize that ladder. But you know what? Say he puts his wand down and he puts two hands on that ladder. Isn't she going to take off up that ladder fast? So I feel something's coming in. Something's going to anchor that. Something's going to anchor that ladder. Things are going to take off fast. Wow, Seven of Pentacles reversed. That means the wait is over. See, Five of Wands. Something wasn't right here. There was a lot of conflict. Maybe magic. Something's messing with you. Knight of Swords. Yeah, there was a lot going on within your mind. Stress, worry, sleepless nights, things like that. I'm hearing something wasn't favorable, right? Like watching that bird, like the winds. There was too much going on around you. That's why some people, they need to be getting removed. See, it's like she's fighting and battling. She doesn't even know what. Maybe you were aware you were battling something, but you couldn't see, you didn't know what to do. The Two of Swords. Things needed to be balanced out. Yeah, you had deception around you. Ooh, Two of Cups. For some of you, this was like a lover. There's a lover holding you back. Wow. Lover creating obstacles. Yeah, for a lot of you, if it's not a lover, it could have been a family member. A lot of spiritual attacks, though. Look at that Knight of Wands. You see the shadows behind there. This was a lot of spiritual warfare and attacks. Yeah. So some things that need to be cleared out. But now you're in this Nine of Pentacles. So maybe you just needed to take some time, research, study, learn a little bit more. It's not a missed opportunity. Maybe you put this up on a gold look. He's got that cup is golded, illuminated behind him. He hasn't forgot about it. But there's two cups on the desk right there. So you have options. Fool card, higher level of ascensions. So I think you're going to be finding a new way to do something. Kind of like the bird, right? Maybe you're going to find a new way. Maybe you don't get to go with the same people. The timing wasn't right for something. You need to know that. You need to not look at it as a fail. There was so much against you. It was out of your control. So hold your strength, stand in your power, and do whatever you feel guided to do at this time. If it's be patient, be patient. If it's create boundaries, create boundaries. Seeing a bird go flying just fine now. You'll know what to do. Some of you just simply need to let the universe co-create it for you. So whatever you want, just release it today. Let them bring it to you. Alright, that's the reading I had for you for this one. I'm going to keep them shorter than I have so they upload. I got 2 waiting to process now. They'll probably be up when you find this one. Love and light to all of you. Definitely subscribe if you have not. That way you can catch my readings in real time. Claim the readings, like the videos. Clicking the thumbs up lets me know you like my content, inspires me to do more. Bye, guys.